About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. He completes this one to Mack. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Stafford. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Drill right, 22.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
250. Middle. Hey. Zero. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. I'm coming after you. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. You. Give me radar. Back.
Throwing on 3rd down. Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. On 1st and 10, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 2nd and 10, Watson escaping the pressure right and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Switch. Hey, 54.
Now Stafford.
Watch the screen.
Trying to improvise. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
I'm coming for you.
From the 29, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. He'll get this to Eckler. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Mike, 45. What we got? 54. Let's go.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Flushed out right. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. The last drive, remember, a similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's Watson. There he goes inside the 30. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. Austin Eckler, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good pick up there, 26 yards. Stafford on first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Run for Pollard. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Pollard again. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it with Pollard. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And this Texans defense stands tall. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Check. Fresno. Give me 4.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Watch the safety creep. Check 52.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mack. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
59. Mark the 59. Go.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
when offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
To throw on third down. Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll run here with Eckler. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Watson. Wide open receiver complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27. Now Watson. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Justin Reed, and he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Stick down. Check, stick down. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Ship.
After the interception, here's Watson. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
And the Texans first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
We own them. 54. Double up. He's coming, double up.
From the gun, here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on second and long. Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. picked off by Anthony Brown. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, team 6. I'm going to come back to you.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's taken in by Henderson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He got 29 yards that time. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Stafford going to throw it. Throw left side complete. It's Mack. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Stafford. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Bucky Hodges, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Watson off play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw, Watson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Cowboys, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.